Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to In Tune with Habiba. My name is Habiba and I live in Accra. Today we're going to have a second garden tour. We're going to go around my garden and have an update of what has been happening since the last video. So stay in tune with Habiba and let's go have the second garden tour. A general overview of my nursery. So right here I've got my thyme. I propagated it developed a very nice root system and I transplanted it into soil. I've got 5 species of cherry tomatoes I'm starting, and at the back here I've got 2 black pearl. They are still pretty young but doing okay. Here I've got my sun golds. I've got 3 sun golds. These 3 cups are Maglia Rosa. These are white grape cherry tomatoes, and these are orange grape cherry tomatoes. In these 2 cups I'm propagating some thyme, and so far so great. We've got some I pulled everything out. Okay, I think these ones want to be the first to be shown, so I'll show them off. So as you can see, I've got some nice root system. So I'll leave them in the water till the roots are properly developed. Then I'll transplant them into soil. Okay, and here I'm propagating some rosemary. As you can see, they're developing some nice roots. So are these ones. Beautiful. Okay, so I had a lot of peppers and I've transplanted most of them. You'll see them when we get to the main garden. And I've only got 2 left. These are about 2 feet tall and still growing. And I've got just 2 cayennes left, and these 2 I can't identify because I didn't label. So hopefully the ones in the garden will start to fruit soon and I'll be able to identify that piece of pepper. Then I have my last passion fruit. I've transplanted 2 and given away some. And here I have my Cuban oregano. I have the plain green and the variegated ones. Now, here most of us know the Cuban oregano to be just a snake repellent. However, it is edible and very flavorful. It has this strong citrus aroma, and when you're using it to cook, you must use it sparingly. If not, it will overpower your other flavors in your food. So these are my very beautiful variegated Cuban oregano and the plain ones. Then I have this one too. I got it just yesterday, so hopefully I think they're doing great. Okay, so here I have my gotukola. In the first video I couldn't identify, I didn't know what these were, and I had no idea. I just had no idea what they were. Then someone notified me in the comment section and told me the name gotukola. So what I did was I did a research and I found out that it is widely cultivated and eaten in Asia and it's very edible. These are prickly pear cacti. I'm not going to plant them. I have nursed a couple of peppers here and they're actually on request. So here I have some habaneros. About the green habanero is the red, the orange one, Shamsi and cayenne. They haven't sprouted yet. It was just about 3 days ago, so more time. Down here I'm sprouting some new seeds. At the back here, Copenhagen market cabbage. I've got a couple coming out. Some lettuce, some beets, eggplants, cayenne, more shamsi, some bell peppers, cauliflower, looking so pretty. I could just take this and use for sandwich. And also I've got some onions coming up, and my Chinese hybrid cabbage. They're looking so good. I just want to use them for sandwich. And here I've got some jalapenos. These are all jalapeno peppers. And I've got some tangerine. It's not yet out. Lemon. Ooh, the lemon is sprouting. How can you see that? So that's lemon, the yellow lemon. Prune. No show yet. Black grapes, looking pretty. And then red grapes, also looking pretty. Down here, these are backups of my cherry tomatoes. Then here I've got some Swiss chard, Fort Hook Giant. I've nested some more stuff here. They are also on request. Parsley, sweet basil, habanero, cucumber, and carrots. And they're looking great also. And down here I've got date palms. So these are my date palm seedlings, coming up nicely. So we move on to my table, and I've got, this is a shallot onions, and I've got some habaneros here, piment habaneros, and pomegranate. These are all pomegranate. And here I've got cinnamon basil and some sweet basils. Down here I've got some more jalapenos, and they're looking so pretty. And I've got one determinate tomatoes. I can't identify this until it's fruits, but it's a determinate tomatoes, but I don't know which species. And I think I've got a leaf miner attack on one of my leaves, so I've got to work on this fast before it spreads throughout my plant. And this is that pretty avocado. Okay, so I started this avocado in some water. Don't want to damage anything. Okay, so it's developed a very pretty root system. This is my avocado, and that is the branch with pretty leaves. So this will be going into soil anytime soon. So we move on. Okay, I've got some things here. I've got some Swiss chard seedlings here, coming up nicely. I've got one. This is a cinnamon basil. It came up by itself. I did not plant it. And these are some beets seedlings. And this is mint, red mint. And this I'm trying to grow. This was from yesterday, so hopefully it will come up. And I've got some more shallot onions here. They're supposed to be 8, but so far 3 have sprouted. Okay, there's another one sprouting. There's 2 more here, no show yet. And this is Aries onions. I planted a couple of them, so I think this is another Aries onion. Here I've got some garlic, also doing pretty. And here I've got a lot of garlic chives. I'm growing these garlic chives for stir fry, not for the bulb. However, these ones are for the bulbs. Okay, so we move on. Here I collect some rainwater. This is big, but not big enough. I wish it was bigger. Then to my vines, my two pretty vines. As you can see, on the left is my blue tea, and I've got two blue tea vines in that bucket. And on the right is passion fruit, and I've got two passion fruit vines in that bucket. And my blue tea has some beautiful, amazing flowers on them. Just take a look at that. After this video, I'm going to harvest all of them and dry them. I've got more in there. They're hiding. Got a couple more here. These are yet to open up. Another one. There's a lot more. Okay, so we move on to my pepper and herb section. As you can see, this is my pepper and herb section. These containers are okay, I'm practicing composting in place. So here I have some twigs, some leaves, some cardboard papers, some papers, kitchen scraps. So basically I'm creating my own soil in there. Everything is fresh and organic. Let me try to get this to focus again. Okay, I think it's better now. So up here, I'm saving these two containers for my habaneros. So up here, I have my 3 bell peppers, and we have some flower buds. As you can see, is it clear? Let's get some focus. Okay, there, I've got a lot of flower buds, and this is about to flower. So very soon I'll get some bell peppers, a lot of bell peppers actually. There are more of them here. There are a lot in there. And I've got some more here too. Perhaps it'll be clearer this way, yeah. So that's the flower buds. And on this plant too, I've got a lot of flower buds. They are a bit, I think they're shy. They don't want to be shown. As you can see, so I've got lots of flower buds on my bell pepper plants. And here I've got my sweet basil, looking amazing. I've got my cinnamon basil, also looking pretty. And here I've got my shamsi pepper. It also has a lot of flower buds. Okay, there, flower buds. Oh, that's about to open. That's a nice flower down there. More flower buds everywhere. So we're gonna have lots and lots of peppers soon. So these are the peppers I haven't identified, and I've got 2 of them. And okay, they're very tiny, so they'll be coming up shortly. And my cayenne too has very tiny, so okay, these 2 are my cayenne. These 2 are the ones I haven't identified. Cayenne not identified. And the cayenne too is developing some flower buds. Can you see them right there? I've got a couple more flower buds right there, all over the place, but these are tiny. They are not big yet, so they don't show too well. That's a flower bud. That's a flower bud. Some are very tiny. So my cayenne would also give off some fruits very soon. So basically all my peppers are almost ready to fruit. Down here I've got some beans, black eyed peas, also coming up nicely. So they will climb this plank all the way to the top, almost to the plantain leaves. And here I've got some cucumbers. These are my cucumber plants. I've got 2 in this container and 1 in that container over there. There were actually 2, but I lost 1. And I've got something pretty going on here. That's my cucumber. This is the first one actually. This one did not pollinate, so it's dying off. I've got a couple of little ones. There are lots more. This also coming up nicely. Okay, so they are all in there hiding. And we move on. My lettuce bed, I have harvested so much and I'm still harvesting. So this is my lettuce bed, and these have started to bolt. So soon I'll get some seeds, lettuce seeds from, and this is the lettuce flowers. Very pretty. Oh, very pretty. So cute. So soon I'm gonna have some lettuce seeds from the bolted lettuce. I left these ones to bolt on purpose so I could get some seeds, and I've harvested most of them. Then here, from here, this bucket, we have my Chinese hybrid cabbage. I've lost that one. Chinese hybrid Copenhagen market cabbage. Then the Chinese hybrid cabbage continues. Go on. These are all my Chinese hybrid cabbage plants. Then Copenhagen market cabbage. Copenhagen market. This is a moth butterfly. I've got a couple of them, but I worked on them yesterday, so hopefully organically, actually good. I've got one here. So what I do is in the mornings or evenings I pick them and crush them. So that's one. So this is a moth. It will turn into a very beautiful butterfly, but I don't want them eating my cabbages or my plants I have worked so hard on. Then I've got some Aries onions here. I've got my turmeric. Now with this turmeric, I had a couple of turmeric with some buds on them. I planted them, and for over 3 weeks there was no show. I was so disappointed. I thought they were never gonna make it, and suddenly they just started to sprout, and the leaves are so beautiful. So these are my turmeric. I've got a number of them, and I can't wait to see those beautiful flowers they give off. I've got some more onions here and some lettuce coming up. Okay, so these are some lettuce coming up, and we move on to, I've got some containers here under the tree. So I've got some more onions, more lettuce, and these are all volunteer lettuce. I did not plant them. That container, this container, the cucumber container, this container here are all volunteer lettuce. I did not grow them. And this is my red Malabar spinach. It's growing so beautifully. It's my red Malabar spinach. And spring onions. I've got some more mint here. I reworked on them, so they're starting all over again. There were lots I had harvested, and some of the vines were turning brown, so I had to take them out and refurbish the soil and put them back in. And I've got some determinate tomato variety here. This is one, another one. So they're all over here, and I've got a lot of weeds I need to clear. So my determinate tomato varieties are here. And watermelons. I've got one. This is one vine from that container, and it's flowering. So hopefully very soon we can see some fruits. However, these are all male fruits. Oh, okay, there's one female here. I don't know if it's pollinated yet, but this is one watermelon, and these are all male flowers. Okay, so we go back. These are my Ford Hook Giant Swiss chard in all those white containers, all the way to there where the lettuce is in the middle. And down here I've got my cauliflower and one eggplant. I don't know how it got there, but I saw one eggplant and that cauliflower there. They were growing together in the same hole, and I was just so surprised. So what I did was I pulled out, since the eggplant was bigger and it was restraining the growth of that cauliflower, I pulled out the cauliflower instead and put it right there. Then a cauliflower didn't make it there, another one didn't make it here, so I brought some Swiss chard, 2 Swiss chard, to occupy the space. So basically I've got my cauliflower, some Swiss chard, and an eggplant in here. Then my Ford Hook Giant Swiss chard. It's growing big. Look at how big this is, and still growing. Okay, then my eggplants. These are, I've done a couple of harvests and I've still got some more fruits on my eggplant and some more flowers, so that means more fruits to come. So my eggplant's very beautiful eggplant, so a lot more for harvest. Okay, so we move on. These are 2 species of hibiscus I propagated. They developed a very beautiful root system and I moved them into soil. So this is different from this, and this, it's obvious it's from this tree. So this is a mother plant. I cut a part of it, propagated, and I have this. So it will give off these beautiful flowers, or these beautiful flowers. So that's what these are going to give off, and this is different. Then I have my Swiss chard here, and as you can see, it's been eaten up. The moths were really enjoying this bed. This one is empty though. The butterfly moths were really enjoying this, and they've done a good number on my beets. However, I've got this huge beet here, this pretty one too. I've got beets everywhere. Very soon I'll pull them out. And my Aries onions, they are balling up so beautifully. As you can see, I cut back the chives and I have so much chives. I think this is the biggest so far. That's my thumb next to it, and they're still balling up and growing nicely. Then I have my carrots here. I just love eating the leaves. They're so tasty. And we've got some nice carrots coming up in there. Okay, here in my 5-gallon bucket I have pomegranate. This one has given off 2 flowers so far, but this one not yet. Then up here I have my citronella. This is actually citronella, not the lemongrass, because it has the red brownish base, and I love it for my teas and also using the bottom to cook. I've got some more blue tea down here. I've got 3 vines, and I've got these leaves too. I'm yet to find out what they're called in English. I only know the local name. Locally we call them boko boko. We use them for soups. and they're very nutritious, all greens. I transplanted these dandelions here. I need them here because I use them for salads also. I eat them a lot, so I moved them from my lettuce bed to this side, and they're not doing bad. They're growing nicely. Then here I have my what is this called? My clover basil, and I'm gonna have lots of seeds from these dried parts. So these are my clover basil. So basically I have 3 types of basil. I have my cinnamon basil, my sweet basil, and the clover basil. Down here I've got some more peppers in these buckets. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buckets contain cayenne and the pepper I haven't identified. So my cayenne is starting to give off some flower buds, as you can see, those tiny cute flower buds, which means very soon. Oh, look at that beauty. Okay, let's get some focus. Oh no. Okay, so that's one. It's going to turn to a flower soon. Good, that's it. Looking like a beautiful bell. That's another one up here, right here. And that's another one over there. So very soon we're going to have lots of peppers on this. And hopefully this one too, so I'll be able to identify it. Finally identified. So these two, okay, these 5 buckets contain cayenne and the peppers I haven't identified. I'm prepping, or I have prepped those buckets for my jalapenos, and those are my new raised beds. It was all containers, and here was just bare with lots and lots of weeds. I cleared all the weeds and created the 3 by 9 feet beds. This is 3 by 7 feet, and these two are 3 by 9 feet. And just within 5 days we had a heavy rain and the weeds are all back. However, my beds are weed free for now, and hopefully forever. So these are my 3 beautiful beds. So basically my cherry tomatoes are gonna come here, and some other stuff that do well with cherry tomatoes or tomato plants. And this is my white pinnacle aster plant, giving off some beautiful flowers. And up here there are going to be lots and lots more because of, let's see, because of the weeds. I think it's not showing properly. It will be giving off, maybe this way will be best. Yeah, see, these are all loads of flower buds. We'll be giving off flowers, more beautiful white flowers very soon. But we've got a couple down here looking pretty. Wow. Okay, so we move on to my Tacoma capensis, also looking pretty, and sunset yellow ixora, and the red ixora. No flowers yet, they all fell off. Hopefully new ones will come up soon. And my sunflower bed with lots of weeds. I cleared these weeds just about 5 days ago, but since we're in the raining season, there are going to be a lot more weeds. So these are my sunflowers. So what happened was, if you watch my cucumber video, I didn't have enough pollinators. I didn't have any bee at all, but now I have 2 western honeybees, and hopefully I'll get more. So I brought in all these flowers to encourage more bees and good pollinators, especially bees, and I'm going to get some more flowers. So guys, we've come to the end of my garden tour on a very beautiful morning. It rained throughout the night and my plants are very happy. So thank you so much for watching. If you did love this video, please give it a very big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe and turn on your notification bell for more very beautiful videos like this one. Oh, the rain puts dirt on my eggplants. Thank you and bye.